mean, it's obviously things we work on during the week. To me, it's not necessarily a surprise. I just think it's a culmination of a lot of things. The way we work, the way we practice, things we do during the week, and it translated today. So proud of the guys for obviously the way we finished, and great team effort today.
Doug, as a head coach, is it hard to celebrate too much given maybe some of the defensive issues that you had, especially late down the stretch there?
Any win, any loss is hard to celebrate because you're right back to work tomorrow. Less than 24 hours. But we're going to enjoy this one. We're going to look at the tape, make corrections, and move forward.
Coach, obviously Tank got his due today, and you used him well down the road. Is that something the team's going to be moving forward to instead of moving to Travis Etienne?
No, not at all. Travis is our guy, and Tank had a good game. It's just the way games go, and happy for Tank. Had great for the offensive line, obviously in some of those situations there, but no, Travis is our guy, and Tank had a good game today though.
Doug, obviously the offense has not been what you wanted the first 4 weeks. What was different about Trevor today?
Trevor's the same guy every day, honestly. I didn't really see anything other than him working through some of the issues, that we've had the first month of the season. And, listen, Trevor's a professional, and he's our guy, and we continue to help him and support him and do everything we can for him. And I think, he just has to understand that, we're gonna do that, right? And as a quarterback, you just go out and do your job, and he did that today. He ran the offense, and he saw the field well. There were some big throws in there. So I think it was just a great effort, by everybody. But to me, Trevor was the same guy he's always been.
What prompted you in the first quarter, I believe, to challenge the spot? Because it's early in the game. You couldn't risk losing a timeout in that situation.
It was clear that his knee was down prior to the line to game.
Was that something you observed?
The guys upstairs were right on top of that with the replays that we got, and so it was a pretty easy for me. It was a pretty easy challenge.
Doug, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
You have been an ardent supporter of this offensive line through the tough times, and you came up against a team today that was averaging 3 sacks a game coming in, and you pretty much shut them down, kept Trevor clean in the pocket for a longer time than he has been. Tell me a little about that performance today, because I thought that was such a key to this.
I thought this is the second week in a row, really, that our O-line has played good as a unit. And listen, I mean, it's been the same 5 guys now, right? So when I say there's continuity, keeping those 5 together, there's continuity, and they start learning to play together, and that's what you're seeing. I think these last couple of weeks you're seeing that, and it was just a great game by those guys again today, and they do have a good pass rush. I mean, it's I know they're missing some guys, but still they even their second guys that come in can get after the passer, and I thought our guys did a good job there, and the run game as well. So, but there's consistency with playing together and working through your issues that helped us win this game today.
Doug, even though Trevor's the same guy that he's been, when someone has a performance like this after some struggles, do you get a sense there's a weight off of his shoulders a little bit after today?
Well, I think there's a weight off everybody's shoulders.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Not just him. There's a weight off of my shoulders, too. Now you guys can get off my tail for at least a week. Listen, that's what I told the guys. I mean, if they just continue to stick together and work hard and, trust what we're doing and trust each other and, that's what you're seeing, right? I mean, is it perfect? No, it's never going to be perfect. But the other thing you got to realize too, we've had 5 games. 4 of them have been one-score games, right? So that's another thing we have to get used to. These games are going to come down to the last drive or two of a game, and that's something as a team we've got to embrace, and we got to learn to do that. And today was a good step.
I know Travis was on the sideline, I think a lot, fourth quarter towards the end there. Was he having some issues, cramps, or any kind of an injury? And Christian early in the game didn't seem to be, was that involved as much? Was that just part of the way you guys were going to go game plan wise?
You know, it's kind of sometimes too, it's the Gus Bradley defense, you know, and it just, sometimes it's going to happen that way. And it's where the ball goes sometimes, you know, and I'll tell you this, though, Christian made a heck of a play late in the game, you know, and he made another one later in the game here in the fourth quarter that set up that game-winning kick. So, you know, it's just kind of the way the ebb and flow of a game goes, you know. But as far as TJ, I got to check with Ferg. Nothing was said during the game. I know there was one time he got hit on our sideline. He had to come out for just a play or two to maybe just catch his wind. But other than that, I got to find out.
Doug, the offense has had a chance at the end of some close games recently. How big of a step was it for you to just see them kind of take that last drive and really take the game into their hands?
That's huge. It's huge. It's, you know, it's an opportunity to go win the game. And the sideline was into it. The guys were into it. They wanted the ball in their hands. The O-line wanted the ball. You know, I mean, it's good for us to do that as a football team. I thought today was a really good complementary football game. 3 aspects. I mean, we had a nice punt return in there. Cam with his kicks. You know, Logan had a nice punt in there. So special teams did their part. Defense obviously came up huge. Trayvon, the 3 sacks today, and offense did their part. So this is a really good complementary game today.
And then I know you need to see the film, but Trayvon, like you said, 3 sacks, forced fumble. Just how much of a presence was he out there?
He was big. It was good to see him, you know, take this step forward. He and the D-line have been really close to getting to the quarterbacks here in these first, you know, month of the season, and I'm proud of those guys for the way they've stuck together and continued to work.
Coach, I'm sorry. Couple more. John. It was Cam Little's first game-winning kick, Coach. I know you have a lot of faith in him, but I guess talk about that pressure for a rookie kicker.
You know, it's. I think it's. I mean, it's pressure, but if you know Cam like we do, like I do, he kind of embraces that, honestly, and just an excellent kick. Happy for him, you know, to be able to do that. I think it's the reason why we drafted him, you know, and that's the reason why he's here. So, hats off to him and you know, the field goal team for finishing the game.
Your first answer, you talked about nothing would surprise you with what this offense can do, but a one-play drive, a 2-play drive resulted in 21 points. How gratifying was it to witness that?
I mean, it's a lot. I mean, it's again, it just goes to the credit of the team, the credit of the players, the way they work during the week, the amount of time they spend with each other, and just to be able to finally, you know, kind of see it all kind of come together. And we've been extremely close, right, in these games. And today it all came together, and proud of the guys for, you know, for pulling this one out.